If you're looking to break into the game of high credit limits, and along the way you want to rack up some amazing rewards points or simple cash back as you go along, whether you're deep into this game or brand new to it, I'm going to explain to you why, if you can get access to it, the Navy Federal Flagship card is one of the most, if not the most attractive cashback card available. I'm giving you a few reasons, and the number one reason is going to be the Navy Federal Flagship's point reward structure is very simple. You get 3% on what they consider travel categories, and you get 2% on everything else. Literally, the base you can get is 2%. That in itself is phenomenal, and I'm going to explain why a little bit later on in the video. The annual fee on the Flagship card is only $49, and this card has an annual fee because it is the premium card for Navy Federal's card arsenal, and you're getting travel protections, you're getting additional benefits. You got TSA pre-check, you have auto collision damage waivers, meaning that you can basically waive the insurance that you have to pay for when you're renting a car and let that card cover it if you make that purchase of that rental on the Flagship. You get tons and tons of trip cancellation, lost luggage, you get tons of benefits. You also get a free year of Amazon Prime if at the time of this recording as a promotion on that card. With a $49 annual fee, you only need to spend $2,500 in a year to break even on this card. One of the most attractive things that you will find on a cashback card if you do any kind of homework. Now, many cards out there that are considered cashback might not have an annual fee because they don't usually have all of the premium travel benefits that the Navy Federal Flagship has. So this is kind of your hybrid between breaking into the premium travel card game while staying in the cashback world at the same time. So at that note, again, only $49 annual fee, and you can wipe that out in the course of the year with only $2,500 in spend. Powerful. Next reason, again, 2% floor. When you compare other credit cards on the market, we're going to talk about Chase Bank. The best floor you're going to have with Chase Bank is going to be 1.5% with their Freedom Unlimited. When you start talking about American Express, their points reward structure comes in MR points. You can only redeem it for statement credits. If you want actual cash back in your account, that is not something American Express offers at a reasonable ratio, at least. So that's out. Citi has the custom cash card that will allow you to get up to 5% back on your highest spend category, single spend category. Navy Federal is giving you 2% back no matter where you spend it. So again, when you compare it to other cards on the market, even these major private commercial bank lenders cannot keep up with the Flagship card because many of them either have caps on the spending, or they have specific categories, or there's higher annual fees, or they don't have an annual fee, but there's nowhere near the travel benefits available on the card. So that's the next reason. Another reason is because if you think about it, this is a Visa networked card, Visa signature card. Visa has the highest market share of acceptance anywhere in the world. It's almost double what MasterCard is, which is the next biggest competitor. So that means no matter where you go, you can almost be certain if they take credit cards, they're gonna take your Flagship. That's a powerful feature. This is domestic or abroad. With that being the case, you can be confident that if you, like myself, a good example is Costco. I'm a huge Costco shopper. I can't use MasterCard or American Express at Costco, and I get significant amounts of my gas and groceries from Costco. That in itself is an example. As a matter of fact, the Flagship is so good that I don't even use the Costco credit card because you only get 2% back on groceries and spend at Costco on their own card. I can get that on my Flagship. So with that being the case, the next feature that I want to bring up is the fact that you can get very high limits on this card, which empowers your spending. So think about it for a second and say that you get in with Navy Federal, you play the relationship banking game, and through that relationship development, you're able to get $25,000, $35,000, $40,000 limit on your Flagship card. If you concentrate your spending on that card, or at least make it your top option, or what many in the credit card space consider catch-all card, meaning that any other category that does not have a higher earning capacity with a different card, you use this card as your base, then that easily means you could be racking up hundreds, in some cases thousands of dollars a year in cashback, straight cashback on this card, because you're going to have tons of available credit to do so. Whether you use this for personal expenses or for a little while until you can branch up into other business card, use it for business expenses, the Flagship is a wonderful catch-all card. And if you're a simple cashback person, again, as I just described, it's almost impossible to beat. Couple quick tips on how to get access to this card. Obviously, you need membership with Navy Federal. That's out of the gate and well understood. There's a handful of ways to get that done. You can check out on their website or call in. But either being a part of the military, a few other organizations attached to the government, and family members that can qualify to get you in, or even sometimes roommates at the time of this recording. If you live with someone who's in that Navy Federal and you guys share utility bills, lease, whatever the case may be, that can get you in the door at Navy Federal. The next thing that you need to do once you get into Navy Federal is establish a healthy banking relationship. Does not need to be thousands and thousands of dollars flowing through. Set up a simple direct deposit of at least a few $100s a month. Get you a pledge loan. Use some of their various different products and services. Get a secure credit card if you're building, or if you're beyond that point, use some of their pledge loans anyway. Maybe get an auto loan with them. They have a great auto loan program with some great rates as well. Any of these things will branch you out. The reason I say start here and don't dive directly into the Flagship card is because your relationship building will likely allow you to get a higher starting limit with with Navy Federal. And when you do this, that beats out the fact that you're gonna wait to go in too early and get that lower limit in the beginning, which still could be, $15,000, $20,000, $25,000. But at that point, every credit limit increase is usually capped out at around $8,000 every time. And you can only do that pretty much every 6 months after your first credit limit increase. So anyway, some quick tips for you to be able to get in on Navy Federal and get into this Flagship card. Not only is it massive high limits, easily accessible with a low barrier of entry, but you can get some of the best simple cash back. Literally, I've had this card for a year and some change, and I just decided to cash the points in just for the hell of it. And I literally had almost $1,000 in a year. Put some pretty reasonable spin on the card, don't get me wrong, but it was so easy to use. And that's even with having a relationship with American Express, as well as Chase Bank on the credit card side, and a few other local banks that I bank with, and so on and so forth. That card is just that competitive. Wanted to bring this video out because I want you guys not only focused on building and maximizing your credit, but capture some of these benefits that these cards are offering outside of the high limits. Make sure they make sense for earnings. You're getting these cards, you're going to be spending this money anyway. Make sure, if you can, that the annual fee makes sense. Make sure, another benefit, the Flagship is capped at an 18% interest rate at the time of this recording. It's hard. That is literally some of the best rates at most commercial banks. Literally 18% is kind of impressive at most other banks. That's the highest that limit is going to be at the time of this recording. Another amazing feature about this card, if you can get in on it, I recommend that you do your due diligence and make sure it fits for you, because it is a phenomenal card, a real sleeper. And literally my argument is it's one of the best, if not the best, simple cashback card available. I want to bring this to each and every one of you to give you a different perspective on not just chasing credit cards to pursue the high limits, which is a great function, but you also want to make sure it makes sense for you when it comes to your everyday spending so you can maximize your rewards. To all my pioneers, welcome back. To my new viewers, welcome in. You want to learn more about the channel, you want to find out how to support the channel for free while getting some great value in the process, links in the description below. Other than that, I want y'all to stay focused. Stay in motion. I'll see y'all soon.
This is JP from Blueprint for Prosperity Network, a channel dedicated to helping you increase your net worth through relationship banking, maximizing your borrowing capacity, the proper use of life insurance, and the ownership of real estate. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm uploading content on a daily basis to help you customize your blueprint for prosperity.